Good afternoon, and good afternoon. Thank you for tuning in, YouTube. This is your man, SBC Marshall 2018 here, coming to you live with a weather briefing today as of Friday, January 23rd, 2026 at 1:40 p.m. Central Standard Time. As you can see in the text below, we have a major winter storm, major Arctic winter storm slash Arctic air outbreak expected across the central and northeastern United States. There is a big Arctic surge with temperatures, wind chills dropping down towards 25, some 30 degrees below zero. And as you can see on your screen, you can see I have the National Weather Service weather.gov site opened up. As you can see, all the pink stands for winter storm warning. So pretty much the whole entire state of Pennsylvania, the whole entire state of New Jersey, the whole entire state of Kentucky, almost if not the whole entire state of Ohio, West Virginia, Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Kansas, Missouri, Illinois, Tennessee, North Carolina, Virginia, Delaware. I think I forgot. I think I got them all. All those areas. A winter storm warning. So for local sake, let's talk about Missouri. Okay, let's get into Missouri. So let's go to the National Weather Service of Kansas City, Missouri, as that is my local forecast office. As you can see on the map, there is a winter storm warning in effect for areas along and south of I-70. That warning goes into effect from midnight tonight to 6 p.m. Central Standard Time Sunday. In the area of St. Louis has their warning taking effect from 9 a.m. Saturday to 6 p.m. Central Standard Time Sunday. The models continue to hint at big time snow accumulations of up to 10 inches, for some up to a foot. Matter of fact, let's take you to that. This is the weather story from the National Weather Service of Kansas City, Missouri, which is my local forecast office. So as you guys can see, I'm trying to zoom this. Let me see if I can zoom this in to get you better. There we go. All right, so anywhere for the local area, this is for the local area. Anywhere north of I-70, the models show, this forecast graphic shows anything from 6 to 8 inches of snow north of I-70. South of I-70, up towards 49, down to 49 and 44. This includes Johnson, Pettis, Bates, Cass, and Clinton, Henry County. All these areas south of I-70 can expect to see 8 inches to a foot of snow. I actually think that we're going to get more snow. I looked at the models earlier today. We're going to touch a little bit of those models as we get into this briefing, as we continue with the stream. It does look like that there will be more snow accumulations. I'm expecting 10 inches to probably a foot of snow as we progress into Saturday. This event is expected to take place. The timing of this event is expected for central Missouri around 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. That's when the snowfall is expected to move in. For the Kansas City Metro, the snowfall is expected to move in right around 11 to 12 o'clock Saturday morning. It is going to continue to move east and expand as we continue through the nighttime. Also, the minimum wind chill forecast, those of you in the western Missouri, northern Missouri area, this is Saturday morning. Bethany, Missouri, the wind chill is going to be at negative 20. Butler 17, Cameron negative 18, Carrollton negative 17, negative 17, negative 15, Kansas City negative 15, Kirksville negative 21. So we're kind of pushing 30 degrees, almost 30 degrees below freezing, or 25 for a more of a conservative approach. We're pushing about negative 30 degrees below zero. As we progress through Sunday and Monday, those wind chills will continue to rise and eventually get back to positive numbers, zero, which is where they should be. So, as you can see in the text, snow early Saturday morning through Sunday morning, total snowfall accumulations between 4 and 10 inches, and dangerously wind chills this weekend, especially in northern Missouri. Below normal temperatures will persist through the upcoming week. So let's talk about. Well, first of all, before we get to the models, let's take a look at the latest products that are in effect. This is the IMBot chat from the National Weather Service. The National Weather Service, Pleasant Hill. I'm not sure if you guys can see that clearly or not, but we'll work through it if you guys can't. The latest update, they just continued the winter weather advisory that will remain in effect for areas north of I-70, Adair, Andrew, Atchison, Davis, DeKalb, Gentry, Grundy, Harrison, Holt, Lynn, Macon, Mercer, Nottoway, Putnam, Randolph, Schuyler, Sullivan, and Worth counties in Missouri until 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. And obviously, the winter storm warnings continue to remain in effect for areas I just mentioned earlier. All right, let's take a look at some of the models that we have today. So we're going to get to more of the science side of things. If you guys just joining in, we thank you for tuning in. We're covering this winter system that's expected to move through much of Missouri, through the entire central and northeastern United States. I'm not sure if you guys can see this. Let me check and see if you guys can see. Let me know if you guys can't see. If you guys can see the models nice and clearly. I think you can, according to what I'm seeing. So we have this 1007 millibar low pressure system over New Mexico. As it continues to move, it's going to continue to move east across New Mexico. If I get my, no, not that fast. Hold on. There we go. All right, here we go. As it continues to move east, it's going to expand, move into the Gulf states. This is as of 9Z, so this is like early Saturday morning. I'm sorry, late tonight into early Saturday, actually Sunday morning. You guys can see the snow, and I want to pay very close attention, because what I originally thought with this forecast, there, if you've been paying attention to, well, we talked about, they've been talking about how there was uncertainty whether or not there's going to be boundary layer moisture. If there was less boundary layer moisture, we could see lower accumulations of snow. If there was much higher amount of boundary layer moisture, that there could be more greater snow. Well, I'm going to take you to the models for tonight. So I'm going to take you to, this is 6 a.m. No, I want to get something a little bit earlier. So this is as a little bit, just I believe 10 o'clock. I'm going to give you a model for the Kansas City Metro. And my one of my I won't say idols, but one of my favorite meteorologists, Reed Timmer. I actually learned to read soundings from a meteorologist, Reed Timmer, by watching his videos. So you see how you have this red and green on the sounding, and you see how this green and red is evenly matched together. That tells me that there's a lot of moisture in the mid to upper levels of the atmosphere, which is going to support higher snowfall accumulations. This is as of this model. This sounding model is taken at around. Let me see. Oh no, I messed it up. Okay, so this is as of 09Z. So that's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2. So this is just like 7. This is the early morning hours on Saturday. This sounding is right around there. So as you guys can see, there's plenty of moisture between the 300 and 500 millibar level. Then again, it extends down to the 700 millibar level. So that tells me that with all this in play, we could get a lot more snow than previously expected. Rather, as if the mid and upper levels looked like this right here, where this red and green are separated, which means that there's more drier air in those areas, that would have resulted in less snowfall accumulations. But because the red and green is so evenly, if not exactly matched together, from 300 millibars all the way down to the surface, where it kind of spreads out a little bit, that would suggest to me that they will have heavier snowfall accumulations. And then you have your mean relative humidity around 66% in the dendritic growth zone. And so when you have all that together, the humid mid and upper levels of the atmosphere, that's when you get the precipitation is able to, and then the temperatures will be pretty cold up there. So the rain droplets will be able to condense and become more snow-like. It's not going to be the good news about this for us in Missouri is that up here, it's mainly going to be a snowfall threat. It's not going to be ice, because the DGZ is not going to be warm, or the upper levels of the atmosphere, mid upper levels. It's not going to be that warm. So when you have a warm, we talk about it in severe weather, when you have a warm atmosphere in the upper levels, that would introduce more of a rain. Then it hits the surface when it's freezing. That would result in freezing rain. But this time, it's going to be cold. The temperatures are going to be cold up there, and so that's going to introduce more of a snowfall threat rather than a heavy ice threat. But still, that doesn't give you any excuse to drive out there and be dumb just because you don't think the forecast doesn't call for ice. You should still not drive with these conditions. So this low pressure system will continue to move east into Alabama. The snowfall will trend down with it. This event is expected to last through Sunday, January 25th, and the snowfall will gradually. It won't diminish. This thing isn't going to take its time. All right. It's not going to just speed past. No, it's going to take its time. It's going to eventually come to an end. This is one of those systems where it's nice and slow. I want to take a look at the winds to see what we're working with, just to kind of highlight that. The HRRR has been extremely aggressive when it comes to how fast, how much moisture that there will be, or how many snowfall accumulations that there will be. So this is January 23rd. We've got plenty of winds, strong upper level flow, which you need to have strong upper level flow for any storm system. And we do have a corridor, especially across northern Missouri, of 78 to 80 knots. And as we progress through the next few days, those winds will continue to stay neutral around 60 to 70 knots. And so when you have a storm system that's able to interact with the strong upper level flow, that's what's going to sustain it very well, and that's what's going to continue to allow the snowfall to increase. And so, what was this graphic here? Okay, I think that's it. Now for the south. The South is where these all these ice storm warnings are at. That's because that their atmosphere will be their upper level atmosphere will be extremely warm. And when you have the rain, because what happens is the snow when it falls into when the precipitation falls into a warm layer in the atmosphere, it then condenses. It then melts into rain, and then as it comes down and hits the surface, it then condenses back into a frozen precipitation type. Then it becomes freezing rain, and then it hits the surface, and then it freezes. That's what creates these ice conditions. Now, I would say anybody that lives in the mid South region or the deep South, perhaps, you guys need to be prepared for power outages because when you have so much ice accumulation, matter of fact, I think the ice accumulation was like I saw something like 0.25. Yeah, that's enough. That's enough to add weight to the power lines and create power outages. And so I wouldn't say that this is going to be like a February 2021 or Arctic air outbreak. If you guys remember the February 2021, I was out here in Missouri still. That created a lot of power outages. I don't think it's going to be that bad as far as temperature wise, but the ice impacts from the weight of the ice impacting the power cables. That's going to be something to watch for. So I would say anybody in Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, anywhere that has winter storm warnings, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, Tennessee. If I didn't say that already, you guys need to be prepared for power outages because of the ice. You guys are still going to get the cool temperatures. You guys are still going to get that. You're still going to get maybe those wind chills, but as far as the main thing you need to be watching for is ice. Ice is extremely slick. So to recap everything that we talked about today from Missouri, this is from the National Service of Kansas City, Missouri. We're looking at 6 to 8 inches of snow north of I-70. South of I-70, we're looking at 8 inches to a foot. I expect that we'll get probably a foot of snow north of I-70 just because of how aggressive the models have been and how they've been supporting. So travel is not advised. I would advise anybody not to travel at all this weekend because it's going to be very, very dangerous. And then temperatures are going to be look like this is the temperature right now in Kansas City, Missouri. This is the temperature at 1:38 in the 1:52 in the afternoon. This is the temperature, 4 degrees, 4 degrees. All right, and the wind chill is probably, let's see the wind chill is at. Wind chill is at negative 16 at 1:52 in the afternoon. So these temperatures are very cold. They're going to continue to stay cold, and when the snow falls, it's going to even add even a colder feel, and then it's not going to. It's not the snow's not going to go away very fast. All right, and it's going to stay like this for the rest of the weekend. So I would advise everybody to stay put, continue to monitor your local forecast office. National Service Kansas City is where my local forecast office is. If you guys live in southern Missouri, Springfield area, you guys are probably going to get a foot of snow, probably. Yeah, 6 to 13 inches from the Springfield forecast office. That's what they're saying. Wow. And then for the St. Louis forecast office that serves central portions of central and eastern Missouri, let's see what your winter storm warning says. 4 to 7 inches of snow, 6 and 12 inches across. Yeah, it's going to be a mess. Yeah, it's going to be a mess. So I advise everybody, stay tuned to your local forecast office. I'll try to post much information on my YouTube channel, my YouTube community page to keep you guys updated. These winter storm warnings they're going to last till Sunday afternoon. Some of them are expiring on Sunday evening, which this one does, the National Service Springfield. So make sure you stay tuned, stay safe, stay warm, stay inside. Let me say that again. Stay inside. Don't go out there trying to, go out there and play around with your vehicle and skate and all that or whatever. Stay inside, stay warm, be safe, use wisdom, and just stay safe. All right, so this is your man, Storm SPC Marshall 018, and I will talk to you guys next live stream. Oh, before we go, I want to take you guys into my room to show you guys the winter storm warnings, if I can record any. So we're gonna go over to my iPhone camera. We're going to transition right now, if I get it to work correctly. iPhone camera, come on, activate. All right, let's transition over. Okay, I apologize. I'm having technical difficulties. I'm sorry, bear with me. Why isn't this camera going over? There we go. Okay, here we go. All right. Give me just a second because, yes, microphone. That's what I need you to do. Okay, we good? All right. Bear with me, guys. Okay. Live stream. What is going on with my sound? Okay. Here we go. All right, we're good. I think we are. All right, so let's go to my room. We're going to record these winter storm warnings. They're in effect. If it is, you guys can see on my Mac all the winter storm warnings. So we're going to go to my room. And we're going to record these winter storm warnings. They're in effect.
Lows 5 to 10 above.
Oh, they're still in the broadcast side.
Wind chill values as low as 15 below.
Okay.
Tuesday, sunny. Not as cool with highs in the upper 20s.
So we'll wait for that.
Wind chill values as low as 0 in the morning. Tuesday night through Wednesday night. Partly cloudy.
Oh.
Lows 0 to 5 above 0. Highs in the mid-20s. Wind chill values as low as...
All right, so you guys can see. I'll show you a little behind the scenes while we're not. I'm in my music room. But this is where my stuff is set up. You guys can see my live stream. Oh, here we go.
KZV 34 in Carrollton, Missouri.
There's storm warning coming up right now.
The current time is 1 p.m. Central Standard Time.
That's weird. They're supposed to relay it.
Now for the official National Weather Service forecast for Carrollton and the surrounding area.
Well, wait then.
This afternoon.
Usually after from my weather radio, our office, they usually relay the winter storm warnings after the current time. But this is my behind the scenes look at my setup. I know this is weird because it's a music room, but this is where I do my music videos as well. Check out my music channel, Sir Justin. I do a lot of bass recording. I play bass, stuff like that. So yeah. But yeah, so back to weather stuff. You guys can see the winter storm warnings that remain in effect. Going to the Iron Bot here. So you guys can see the winter storm warnings that are in effect. So.
Northeast winds 5 to 10 miles an hour. Chance of snow 90%. Wind chill values as low as 17 below.
Hear that?
Saturday night, snow. Additional moderate snow accumulation. Cold. Near steady temperature around 4 above. Northeast winds around 5 miles an hour. Chance of snow 90%. Sunday, cloudy in the morning, then becoming partly sunny. A 50% chance of snow.
It's my beloved
additional light snow.
Gold Ham radio. You guys see me with this all the time.
Cold with highs around 13.
I love this radio.
North winds 5 to 10 miles an hour with gusts up to 20 miles an hour. Wind chill values as low as 9 below in the morning. Sunday night, partly cloudy. Cold with lows around 5 below. Monday and Monday night, mostly clear.
Let's see what they're doing on.
Highs around 15. Lows 5 to 10 above.
Let's see what they're doing here.
Wind chill values as low as 15 below. Tuesday, sunny. Not as cool with highs in the upper 20s. Wind chill values as low as 0 in the morning. Tuesday night through Wednesday night.
National Service Can't See their Facebook page.
Lows 0 to 5
There's still that other graphic still posted up from this morning.
Wind chill values as low as 5 below.
See it?
Thursday, mostly sunny. Highs in the lower 20s. At 1 p.m. at Chillicothe, the temperature was 1, and the relative humidity 36%.
Temperature was 1.
The wind was northeast at 9 miles an hour,
wow.
Producing a wind chill of minus 14. The pressure was 30.79 inches. For other cities
the
in
temperature
Missouri,
was 1 in Chillicothe, bro.
it was sunny with a temperature of minus 1. It was partly sunny with a temperature of 5 at Warrensburg, 7 at St. Louis, and 14 at the Lake of the Ozarks. It was cloudy with a temperature of 6 at Sedalia, 2 at Kansas City, 1 at St. Joseph, and 3 at Columbia.
It's ridiculous.
In Moberly, it was cloudy. Elsewhere in the Midwest, it was cloudy. It was 7 at Topeka, 9 at Wichita, minus 1 at Omaha, and minus 5 at Des Moines.
Let's get ready to record
Once
this.
again, at 1 p.m. at Chillicothe,
Winter storm warnings.
the temperature was 1, and the relative humidity 36%. The wind was northeast at 9 miles an hour, producing a wind chill of minus 14. The pressure was 30.79 inches.
All right, here we go.
Very cold wind chills as low as 21 below.
Cold weather advisory.
The areas affected include portions of northeast Kansas and north central and northwest Missouri. The hazardous weather conditions are expected until noon Saturday. Impacts. The dangerously cold wind chills as low as 20 below zero could cause frostbite on exposed skin in as little as 30 minutes. Use caution while traveling outside. Wear appropriate clothing, a hat, and gloves. Repeating, a cold weather advisory remains in effect until noon Saturday for the following counties in Missouri: Caldwell, Carroll, Sheridan, Lynn, and Livingston. Very cold wind chills as low as 19 below expected. The areas affected include portions of east central and northeast Kansas and central and west central Missouri. The hazardous weather conditions are expected from midnight tonight to noon Saturday. Impacts. The dangerously cold wind chills as low as 20 below zero could cause frostbite on exposed skin in as little as 30 minutes. Use caution while traveling outside. Wear appropriate clothing, a hat, and gloves. Repeating, a cold weather advisory remains in effect from midnight Saturday until 12 p.m. Saturday for the following counties in Missouri:
Ridiculous.
Cooper, Howard, Johnson, Lafayette, Pettis, Ray, and Saline. The wind chill factor is based on the rate of heat loss from exposed skin caused by the combined effects of wind and cold.
Yep.
As the wind increases, heat is carried away from the body at an accelerated rate, driving down the body temperature. Animals are also affected by wind chill. Listen for wind chill values on NOAA Weather Radio.
Here's the winter storm warnings coming up.
This is National Weather Service NOAA Weather Radio, KZZ 34 in Carrollton, Missouri. The current time is 2:01 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Why are they not relaying the winter storm warnings?
Now for the official National Weather Service forecast for Carrollton and the surrounding area.
Okay.
This afternoon, mostly cloudy and much colder.
I have no
Steady
idea
temperature around 5
why they're...
falling through the single digits late.
I don't know why they're not relaying the winter storm warning over cases 34. I have no idea why they're doing that, but there are winter storm warnings that are in effect. I don't know why cases they're not being relayed over cases 34, but there are winter storm warnings that are in effect for my area, as well as the central Missouri, northern Missouri, stuff like that. So whenever the system picks up, apparently I guess I'll record again, just make a video. But there are winter storm warnings that are in effect, like I said before. So we're going to transition from my phone and go to my live recording. All right, we're back. It's my live recording. I don't know why KZ34 is not relaying those winter storm warnings right now. But again, to conclude the video, there will be winter storm warnings that will be in effect from now until through Sunday, and extreme cold warnings or cold weather advisories that will be in effect from midnight tonight through noon Central Standard Time Saturday. So we thank you for tuning in. I thank you for tuning in. If you like what you see from this video today, be sure to give it a like, subscribe, and also feel free to comment if you want to. So with that being said, SPC Marshall 2018 signing off, and have a great, safe, warm, and blessed weekend. Talk to you guys later.